Welcome to part 6 of Back to Basics Canning, where we're talking about foods that you just shouldn't can at all. We've discussed foods that are safe for water bath canning. We've also talked about foods that should be pressure canned and the reasons why. Let's take a few moments to talk about foods that you just shouldn't can at all. Let's go! We would love to have more variety on our canning shelves, just like the grocery store. The unfortunate reality, though, is that there isn't much, if any, funding designated towards home food preservation, which means the availability of safe and tested recipes is rather slim. And for that reason, there aren't tested recipes for a number of food items. And I feel a bit uneasy pulling up a recipe off of the internet, seeing as though I can pull up the same recipe for the same item and get 3 different processing times. So obviously, your kitchen, your rules. But there are items that there are no safe tested recipes, like recipes that include rice and pasta. Rice and pasta contain starch, which can affect the heat transfer in the jar. That's not to say that you can't open a jar of your canned meat or other items and add those starchy items later and likely get a better outcome. No one enjoys overcooked pasta or rice anyway. There aren't any safe and tested recipes for purees like pumpkin puree or mashed potatoes. However, you could safely can potato chunks or pumpkin chunks. And here's a biggie. There is no safe and tested recipe for canning dried beans without prepping them first. Thick purees and dried beans can inhibit heat transfer to the center of the jar. This means that it wouldn't get hot enough in the center of the jar to potentially kill pathogens like Clostridium botulinum. And while we're disappointed too, there aren't any safe tested recipes for dairy products, eggs, or oil. Happy canning!